who is not, he is not representing us at all. He's not in line with our values, and we need to make sure that we keep up the pressure and make sure that he does what we need him to do. So, we keep talking about the budget reconciliation. We keep talking about the infrastructure. We keep talking about why this is important. So we're here today, all of us, to talk about why this is really important. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about when we say build back better, and when we say that we need the budget reconciliation package to be fully funded? What does that mean? So what that means is that we need not just the bipartisan bill, not just the physical infrastructure, not just the roads and bridges and tunnels, which we need. We all say that we need them. And we're so happy that's in here. But we also need all the kinds of things that are in here to help our workers, our families, our kids, our seniors, and our planet. So what's in here? We have universal pre-K. We have paid family and medical leave for all. 2 years of community college free. Affordable housing. Especially in Jersey. We know what that's like. We know we need that. We need to do the minimum. We need to eliminate lead in pipes for drinking water. Who would be against that? So we got to make sure when we have a Democratic Congress, when we have a Democratic president, that our Democratic representative actually votes in line with our values. So we have lower prescription drug prices. We need this desperately. We have lower prices in prescription drugs. Both of them, let's say, it was so important we said it twice. We need home care for seniors. This is going to fund home care for seniors. We need to support our seniors. Expand Medicare. I cannot begin to tell you how important it is to add hearing and dental and vision care. It blows our mind that this is not already included. We need to protect worker rights. We need to invest in clean energy and civilian climate corps. We need to extend the monthly child care tax credit so we can actually have benefits now. And if the rich, if the wealthiest of the wealthiest, if the big corporations pay their fair share, there you go. Reconciliation is going to be fully funded. So let me repeat that. All of these are our values. All of these are critical things that our communities need. And if the rich, if the wealthiest and the corporate donors pay their fair share, we're going to fully fund all of these things. So $3.5 trillion is the compromise. And we need our representative to hold the line, to build back better, to build back bold. Thank you so much for coming here. This is going to be a great rally, because what Anna Marta said was right. What we're showing him is that we're not stopping. We might be tired, but we're going to show up. Day after day, we're going to keep calling. We're going to keep writing him notes, and we're going to keep making sure that he knows that we want him to vote the right way and do the right thing. Thank you so much. We got Joe next.
Build back better. Build back better. Build back better.
Build back better. Keep it going.
Build back better.
Come on.
Build back better.
We need to.
Build back better. Build back better.
All right. Thank you, everybody who helped set this rally up. Thank you, RT, for the intro. Thank you for kicking us off, Anna Marta. Thank you to Move On, New Jersey Working Families, Indivisible NJ5, Women for Progress, Ridgewood Joel, all the groups who came together to make this rally happen. So, we already got a nice primer from RT. But as we stand here today, the main big thing going on in Congress, I'm sure we're all aware, is 2 bills. Oh, yeah. The signs are great. I want the sign seen. But you got to play to the camera, you know? Anyway, the 2 bills, right? We know about it. First is bipartisan infrastructure bill that has important stuff in it, but was more or less written by ExxonMobil and a bunch of corporate lobbyists and all that type of stuff. It's got important stuff in it. It also needs to pass. We also want that to pass. But beyond that, there's a $3.5 trillion transformative budget package that has been negotiated. It already is the compromise. It has massive steps forward on progressive priorities, got massive improvements for working class people that we desperately, desperately need in this country.
And that's primary.
It's a legit compromise. It's been a compromise between party leadership. It's been a compromise between the progressive wing. The entire party is behind this thing. But unfortunately, there are some Democrats, quote unquote, who don't see this as an opportunity to do right by working people and finally have the Democratic Party do something that is truly good and improves the lives of working people. They see it as a threat to their donors and their backers and the people who help keep them in office. Which brings me to Representative Gottheimer. Apparently he wants to cut out some of the things in the budget because he's I am, don't worry. I'm playing to the crowd. I'm playing to the camera. Because he is putting the bipartisan bill ahead of the budget. And they're trying to pass that first so they can then turn around and instead of backing the full $3.5 trillion deal, they're going to cut out sections of it because then they no longer have to support it to get what they want, which is that corporate-backed infrastructure bill. So I know this firsthand because I showed up to a fundraiser a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago today, for Josh Gottheimer, and I tried to ask him at that fundraiser, what do you want to cut? Because we want to take the figure down, which he said at that fundraiser that the figure's too high, it needs to come down, which, I don't know about you, I'm not happy with that, are you? So, yep. So I wanted to know, what are we cutting? If it's not 3.5, what are we cutting? I wanted to ask, Medicare expansion, child care, ending fossil fuel subsidies, the Civilian Climate Corps, the clean electricity standard. There's a laundry list in this bill. Free community college, universal pre-K, I think I already said child care. Massive investments in green infrastructure, equitable housing, affordable housing, all of this type of stuff. So when I tried to ask this, what did he do? He ran away. He ran away and he hid behind the person who hosted the fundraiser and he hid behind the mayor of the town because he was also at the fundraiser. It's because he doesn't have a good answer. I have yet to hear a good answer because he knows how important all of these improvements are. He knows it. But it hurts his backers. It hurts his corporate donors, and he's putting them first. So he runs away because he doesn't have a good answer because he knows he will be rightfully lambasted if he actually said what he wants to do. So, Josh, and to every single rep in D.C., there's one last thing I want to say, and that's a vote for infrastructure before the budget's passed is a vote against all of those good things in the budget. It's a vote against the budget. And you either pass the budget first, you pass it collectively together, or our representatives who actually do have our back, I believe the count now is about 22, which is more than the people trying to tank this thing, they're going to call your bluff and vote down the infrastructure bill because we know when we come back to it, it's going to pass. We need the budget too. It's too damn important. We had a $6 trillion budget plan that got cut down to 3.5. This is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. And it's damn time that Josh, you and your cronies honor that deal. 3.5 is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. Thank you, everybody.
Keep it going, keep it going.
3.5 is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. Thank you, Joe, from OR, Trenton Mercer, and thank you, OR New Jersey, for coming out here. I'm going to echo his thanks real quick to RAISE, Ridgewood Joel, Women's Progress, New Jersey Working Families, OR, obviously, as well as Indivisible NJ5, who we know has been not just holding the line, but making sure that our representatives across the board, particularly Representative Gottheimer, for too many years at this point, is voting the way we need for him to vote and exposing the kinds of skirting the truth and skirting the values that he's been doing for a long time. So it's my pleasure to introduce Madeline Trimble, one of the steering committee members for Indivisible NJ5, and she's going to share a little bit about why this is so important. Thank you.
politicians are not honest about their intentions. Because here's the thing. In August, Congressman Gottheimer claimed that he wanted this bipartisan infrastructure framework to pass immediately, and the implication was that it was just because the bill itself is what he wanted. But we all know here that his intentions in demanding it pass quickly weren't about that bill alone. It was instead he's been working from the beginning to decouple it from President Biden's Build Back Better reconciliation bill, against the strategy that President Biden, Speaker Pelosi, and Senator Schumer all agreed upon. By preventing the two bills from passing together, Congressman Gottheimer himself has more leverage for his true goal, which is to water down the reconciliation bill, to strip out its tax increases on the wealthy, and to cut its spending on human and climate infrastructure. It's not good. But here's the thing, Gottheimer won't say it in so many words. If you listen to his interviews and you read between the lines, you'll see it. He'll mention being concerned about the size and scope of the package, or concerned about the revenue raisers in the bill. It is BS. More recently, he's taken to simply blaming his Senate colleagues, Senators Manchin and Sinema, saying, well, he doesn't want to vote for a reconciliation package that can't pass the Senate. Now, these senators are part of the same no-labels-backed group that he is, so it's all a coordinated strategy. He's been seen walking hand in hand down the hallway with those very same senators, strategizing with them, because that's what they want, is to cut the reconciliation package. And we all know here, all you have to do is look around at these signs all around us. Infrastructure isn't just about roads and bridges. It's about investing in America's future. It means affordable, high-quality childcare so that parents can focus at work while knowing that their kids are in good hands. It means expanding Medicare to include dental, vision, and hearing so that people aren't sidelined by dental emergencies just because they've been putting off routine care. It means investing in tackling climate change that will mitigate the impact of the climate crisis and prevent future natural disasters, just like we've seen from the recent flooding here in the district. It means creating a pathway to citizenship for the immigrant essential workers who supported us and had our backs throughout the entire pandemic. It means paid leave so that workers can stop the spread of illness without worrying about how they'll pay their rent. It means investing in community colleges so all people can have a shot at their dreams of the future. But here's the thing troubling Representative Gottheimer. It also means taxing his wealthiest corporate donors.
Tax the rich!
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
Tax the rich!
We need to tax the rich so that the next generation doesn't get hit with the bill later on.
Right.
President Biden's full Build Back Better package is an investment in the American people. These provisions are all popular with the American people.
Yes.
It's also just smart policy, any way you cut it. So Congress Gottheimer, you must support the full Build Back Better package to truly invest in America's future. Roads and bridges are important, but they're not enough. Build back better! 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 Build back better!
Build back better. Build back better. Thank you so much, Madeline. That was great. She laid it all out for us. And I think what she said at the end of the day is exactly the right thing. What we're asking for is not extreme. We're asking our Congress member to have the courage to show empathy for members of our community. We're asking for him to take care of all of us as we try and move into a recovery.
We got him in, we can take him out.
We got him in, we can take him out. All right. So next, I have a great activist in North Jersey, NJ5, Kathy Brienza from Ridgewood Joel.
Okay, so those are a lot of tough acts to follow, and they've gone into a lot of the details. First of all, and foremost, thank you guys for showing up, because you know we're all freaking so tired of this stuff. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous that we are here, that we have to be here. Are you kidding me, Josh? Okay, so why? Ask yourself why. Why is Josh holding up this budget? Who's he serving? Is he serving you? Is he serving the Democratic Party? Or is he serving his hedge fund supporter? Why? Why is Josh undermining Biden? Why is he making his party look weak? What does he have to gain? What do his donors have to gain? Shame, shame, shame on you, Josh. Okay? Shame on you, Josh. Shame on you. Shame on you for not putting your constituents, your voters, first. In your quest to serve no labels hedge fund donors, you are putting desperately needed climate initiatives in New Jersey at risk. You are potentially depriving New Jersey of green jobs which will grow the economy. You are putting the health of your constituents at risk by risking the funding for cleaner air and cleaner water. You say you care about those things. Madeline mentioned your interviews, your flip-flopping, waffling interviews this week, okay? You say you care about these things, yet you're willing to put the budget in the position of being cut back. In fact, you're going to work to cut that budget back because you're going to serve your hedge fund donors. At the same time, you're going to undermine our embattled president. This works to your donors' advantage. Even if this is just some dance you're hurting the president for your own glory. You're hurting the president to create your own path. For Josh, this is about him. It's not about us. Thank you, Carla, from Progress to that line. We deserve better. We need someone we can believe in and trust. This is exhausting. It shouldn't be tolerated by us, by the Democratic Party, or by the general public. Either you believe, Josh, that we all do better when we all do better, or you don't. No more waffling. Support the budget if you want our support. And lastly, MSNBC and NPR, what the hell? Give progressives a moment. Stop. We need you guys. Stop giving this guy a stage to say contrary things every freaking time he speaks. Enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, I have somebody to talk about, what Madeline touched on, which is what we really need to do. Pathway for citizenship for dreamers. So we have Didier here to share his story and tell us a little bit more. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. Hey, I am pumped. But not defeated, because we are here. Even though I am the chapter leader for All Revolution Hillsborough, a DACA recipient, I've been a union member for 15 years. I've seen the struggle. And let me tell you something. Even though he does not, Josh, I can't even say his last name. I don't have that much respect for the guy. Even though he does not represent Hillsborough, he has a decision in what happens in Hillsborough. He has a decision in what happens in all 50 states. I am sick and tired of seeing 70-year-old workers still working to pay their medical bills, even though we can change that. I am sick and tired of Hillsborough getting hit by storms now, and Manville getting hit by storms because we're not dealing with climate change, when we could do that with the civilian climate court. I am sick and tired of workers' rights, union rights, being attacked. My coworkers, if they get hired today, their insurance is a joke. Workers' rights is a joke. We need to make sure that we pass this 3.5 reconciliation bill. We need to make sure that we have solidarity with each other. We need to make sure that we call out the members of the Democratic Party nationally, locally, and statewide for enabling this man. we should have a no vote of confidence 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We're dealing with one planet that I'm tired of seeing destroyed. We're dealing with people that are enabling the rich. And guess what? When the New Deal came many, many years ago, it was those rich people complaining that the president was helping the poor and the working class too much. And guess what? That was the right move to help the poor and working class. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Shout out to Our Revolution. Shout out to every other organization that came here. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Arati.
Thank you. It's really important. We have Carla Papalardo from Win for Progress, and I think she has a really important thing to tell us a little bit more about doing the math on this budget reconciliation bill. Come on over, Carla.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for organizing this. Thank you for showing up. I'm seeing the same faces every week, and it's wonderful, but I'm tired. I didn't even blow out my hair today, so that's how tired I am. I'm going to talk about this in maybe a Republican way. Maybe that's how Josh will understand this. Republicans always focus on the bottom line. Now, let's just take one buddy of ours, Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Like, should he be concerned about investing in not only workers and skilled workers and education and people having child care, but roads and bridges and all of the... He should. And he pays nothing for those services, to use the roads, to use the federal system, and that's how he gets his goods delivered to all of us. So they should be concerned, corporate entities should be concerned about us being able to continue to drive our economy, keep our engines going, and have people, you pay people, and guess what they do? They have money to go and buy things. It's all one big circle of life. I mean, come on, this is basic stuff. The other basic thing is this. I am really tired of everybody talking about this bill, and this is a little bit of this is the MSNBC thing that I watch a lot of their news, but I'm a little tired of hearing about the people, the protesters on January 6th. No, they're terrorists. They're traitors. They're treasonous. Let's start using the right terms for that side. Okay? Let's start using the right terms. The right term for this is, yes, it's a $3.5 trillion bill over 10 years. Over 10 years. So why don't you divide the number? Okay? Because how much money did, I won't say his name, the other guy, what kind of debt did he run up with his BS? Yeah, I mean, stop buying into their math. Wasn't my first subject, I'll admit, but even I can do 35 million versus 3.5 trillion or 350 million. I mean, it's crazy. To me, it's crazy that people are not looking at this over a 10-year investment. And the last thing I'm going to say is, as we know, it is the compromise because we started at 6. So, again, I don't know what everybody's thinking, but this is where we need to be. And, Josh, you need to support us, and you need to support our president.
That's right. Is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. 3.5 is the compromise. Do we have Sue, the amazing Sue, to close us out. But before we do, I just want to tell you 2 things. One, thank you again. We're going to keep showing up, and you all keep showing up. For that, we're so grateful. 2, there is a banner back there. Donna, if you can move over. Yeah, on the door that's opening right now. Josh, don't cut the budget. Please sign it. Please give him a message because we're going to go share that with his office right after. And there are also postcards and notes. So write him a message so that we can make sure that he actually reads something, or at least his staff does. All right, Sue.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. All right, I'm going to make this quick because if you're like me, you can feel yourself getting sunburned in this moment. Okay, so we're going to make this super quick. And next time we're bringing, thank God, I hope it was on it next time. Next time we'll make sure there's enough sunscreen to go around. I want to thank Indivisible 5. I want to thank Our Revolution, Arthi, who else? Make the Road, Jolt, Citizen Action. It's been an incredible coalition that we kind of put together. Women for Progress. An incredible coalition of people who show up, which is the work. The work is showing up when you don't feel like it 3 Mondays in a row. And that's an incredible accomplishment. Who has protests on Monday with turnout like this? We do. Jersey does. Thank you so much. Sign the thing. Deliver your postcard. We have postcards. We have swag. I have t-shirts with working families on them. Our Revolution shirts. There's buttons. Take them with you. Wear them proudly. We expect this bill, these bills, with an S, will be voted on this week. It sounds like Thursday is when this is going to happen. It's really critical. I think the rhetoric is softening in Washington because we've softened the ground here in New Jersey to show that there's accountability for his antics. That is us. A month ago, someone from our national said, "I'm not worried. Just the fate of the planet depends on New Jersey." I was like, okay, Sue? Okay. I'm not worried either because there are no organizers in this country with the heart and the soul and the creativity that New Jersey organizers have. I swear to God it's true. I've seen organizers up and down the states, and ours are consistently, and I'm not even just blowing smoke up our collective signs, but I truly believe this. We have such a crappy primary system that the way we hold accountability has to be that much smarter, has to be that much more clever, has to be that much more potent and memorable. And that really builds up our organizing muscles in ways that other states don't have to do. So my hat's off to all of you. Now get out of the